Hi there, this is David, and welcome to New RPG News. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today, from our obligatory Square Enix news from Final Fantasy, into a pretty cool Kickstarter, new Persona games, some news about Level 5, and a new video game anime. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting here with Forspoken, reportedly costing $100 million to make. $100 million to make a roughly 15 or so hour game. I enjoyed Forspoken. I thought that it was a fun little action RPG. It didn't wear out its welcome because, it was only 15 hours long. I know that it did have its fair share of issues, but $100 million? What? Why does Square Enix consistently want to, bankrupt themselves every couple of years? First it was that Spirits Within movie, then it's this, then coming up they're doing that NFT game still, Symbiogenesis, which we'll be talking about today, obviously. But why? What is going through their minds that they constantly are okay, well, we made some money on Final Fantasy XI and Final Fantasy XIV, so let's just blow it all on something really stupid. I don't get it. Honestly, and I talked about this on Twitter too. I think there's me, and I'm sure a lot of other people who still really love games made in an SNES style. Games that did not cost $100 million to make. Go back to that style. It doesn't even have to be HD 2D. It could literally just be an SNES styled game. And me and many other people would just eat it up. I don't understand why they keep on doing this. They finally make some money, and then they just blow it. I do not get it. Okay, hey look, they're trying to bankrupt themselves and alienate all their fans at the exact same time. Square Enix shows off a trailer for Symbiogenesis NFT game, which will have 10,000 characters. The publisher claims collectible artworks will meet real game utility. Okay, so here we are. We have NFTs, blockchains, we have these things crashing. We all know that they are an absolute scam. We also know that Square Enix's president was ousted, but apparently the guy who took over for him is even more into NFTs and is still backing this game. This is wonderful. Yeah. It says that the 10,000 characters that will be available have a unique design with various races and professions, along with images that can be used as social media profile pictures. Whoop-de-fricking-do. The characters will be sold as each chapter of the game is revealed, of which Square Enix says there will be 6 chapters. Great, so you probably have to buy each chapter individually, like a mobile game or something, and then buy your character, and then you'll want to buy new characters as each chapter comes through. What? Players will progress through the main story and missions while also unlocking the stories held by the characters. I bet you have to buy those unlockable stories too. Find items hidden throughout the floating continent and determine the ending of the story by participating in the world mission where the ultimate choice will be made. This is, yeah. I never want something to fail. I always try to look on the bright side of things. It has to be really, 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 really bad for me to say, okay, I really want this to crash and burn, but this game right here, I want to crash and burn. I want this to go into the dumpster fire of history. Because if this thing is successful, just imagine where gaming will be in 5 to 10 years if this thing is successful. No, this thing needs to make them lose their shirt. And hopefully it does, and then they'll realize, oh, this is a really bad idea. Maybe we should just go back to making, normal video games. That's just me, though. Final Fantasy XVI story takes 35 hours to complete, 70 to 80 hours to do everything, and there's a new game plus mode and online leaderboards for even more content if you so desire. So we had an interview, and it's been translated. And basically what they're saying is that people are pretty busy nowadays, so they don't want the game to take, forever, like Final Fantasy XII. They want people to be able to finish the story on their own, but then if they so desire to do the side stuff, for it to end up taking, forever, like Final Fantasy XII. So the team aimed for 20 hours at first, but the extra content that they put into it brought the story time to roughly 35 hours, which to me, personally, is like the perfect zone for a JRPG nowadays. Back in the day, I used to be in that camp of longer is better, bigger is better, but now I'm in the camp of show me a nice, tight story that doesn't overstay its welcome, and if you want to do more, then let me have the option of doing more. So it says, when the game development was starting out, I had the idea in mind that gamers these days are really busy with other things, so I wanted them to be able to at least aim to complete the story. I thought making the game something that you can complete in about 20 hours would make sense, but more and more just got packed in. So it says you'll see the entirety of Clive's way of life, and the game will probably take about 35 hours to clear. If you include the side content, it'll be double that amount. So that's pretty neat. In addition to the story mode and side quests, there will be a new game plus mode dubbed the Final Fantasy mode, which will allow players to carry over stats from the previous game file to a new one. The difficulty level for the Final Fantasy mode, though, I guess is locked in. That sucks. I hate whenever difficulty modes are locked in. Why don't you just have a new game plus mode like they originally did back in like Chrono Trigger and then let you choose the difficulty mode? That would be nice. But anyway, it says the difficulty level for the Final Fantasy mode looks to be equivalent of the Proud mode in Kingdom Hearts, meaning that will take you even longer to beat everything. And for players who want even more, there will be a leaderboard allowing folks to compete with other players around the world. I know that this Final Fantasy isn't like the Final Fantasies that I like in the past, but it still is Final Fantasy. So yeah, obviously I'll be buying this day one. Now, I thought that this was actually really kind of cute. This is a Kickstarter, and sometimes I come here and I talk about Kickstarters and I talk about, collector's editions and pre-orders and stuff, and this is actually a board game, but it's a board game based upon JRPGs called Encounter Shatters Waste. And this was brought to my attention not that long ago. As you can see, there's not that much time left in this Kickstarter, 71 hours at this moment. However, it has reached its goal. But I wanted to bring this up to y'all to see if you wanted to back it, because it's pretty damn neat. I play JRPGs, and I also get together with my friends, and I play board games. And we do a board game night each weekend or so, and we play things like Settlers Catan, and just all sorts of other stuff. There's so many different board games that I've played, but the ones based upon JRPGs are pretty nice, I've got to say. It can take 1 to 4 players, a 60 to 90 minute playtime, and it comes with these really, really cool, beautiful acrylic standees, of which the developer actually sent me some, so I'll show those off too. And there's current stretch goals. It looks like the $60,000 one hasn't been met yet, but there's just all sorts of really cool stuff right here. And if you are into board games and you also like JRPGs like me, this is probably something that will catch your interest as well. So I just want to show you some of the little acrylic standees that the developer sent me as well. Oh, look, this is what's included in the box for $55. That's the Kickstarter price right here. You get the board, 16 standees of the characters, of the enemies, ability cards, strength cards, all sorts of different stuff. It's actually like a pretty good deal. So like I said, the developer actually sent me some of the little standees here, and they're absolutely beautiful. I don't get anything for talking about this. I'm not part of this Kickstarter. I don't really even know the developer at all. He reached out to me over on Discord because he's a member of my Discord and he likes my stuff. So yeah, I just thought that this was so cool, and I'm into this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this is right up my alley. So I just think it's nice. I just think it's cool. I think that all y'all will probably think that this is pretty neat as well. So I just wanted to show off the quality of what you're actually getting here with these little standees. Look how big these things are. They're huge. They're enormous. Like, look at this. This is crazy. That's so cool. These are the enemy standees. I have them down here, and then over here are the little character ones. They all came in this little baggie. I'll take a couple of those out. So I just wanted to show y'all this, you know, so that you see what you're actually getting here. I just think that these are just cute, 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 cute. Yeah, I just wanted to show that off right there. Persona 5, the Phantom X mobile game, has been announced. This is going to be releasing in China thus far. We don't know if it's getting a Western release. It probably will. Let's see. Basically, we don't have much going on here. It says it's officially licensed by Sega with involvement from Atlus. The game is a free-to-play mobile RPG. Going to be releasing for the Android, Windows PC, and iPhones in China right now. Let's see. It says that it wants to properly represent Persona 5's stylized audio visuals, but also consider the mobile platform to create an experience accurately evoking its aesthetics. The first time to be able to play it is going to be March 29th, so it's actually coming out really soon, I guess like for a beta or whatever. The theme of the story focuses on desire, telling a story of teenagers who awaken to the ability of Persona. They meet, become acquainted, face difficulties, and grow side by side. It's basically what you've seen in Persona since Persona 3. We have the strange, long-nosed man, an owl that speaks the human language, a world that's different from reality, all that kind of stuff. And then we have our protagonist. It says the game's main character. That's a boy? A boy in the second year of high school at Kiba Academy. Following an unexpected event, his persona was awakened. His parents have been traveling abroad for a while, so he's currently living at home in Tokyo. He goes to school during the day and travels to other worlds after school, just like all the other persona. That's a boy? Okay. Luffy, codename Cattle, is a mysterious creature that appears before the protagonist in the form of an owl. It can speak the human language and transform into a delivery van. This is just like Persona 5. Yeah, I mean, it is a spin-off of Persona 5. Possesses a wealth of knowledge in other worlds and is calm and reliable in situations, a very reliable partner. The initial persona is Rob Roy. The initial persona is Rob Roy? Really? Okay, and then we have his little girly friend, Arai Suwa, who looks like April O'Neil, I guess. Second-year high school girl who attends the academy. Protagonist classmates who's good at sports, cheerful personality, blah, blah, blah. And then we have Boobs, who is Velvet Room's assistant over here. Same old Persona stuff. If you like Persona, this is what, you know, you'll be seeing and liking and doing. During the day, you go to classes, you know, you're a mild-mannered boy, play baseball, fish, or invite friends to watch a movie together, fully experiencing the joy of a bustling city life. And then at nighttime, you're going to be fighting demons in the meta world over here. So, pretty neat. If you're into Persona and you like that sort of stuff, this is what you're getting. We don't have a Western release date yet. Look at this, is a boy? What? Anyway, the president of Level 5 is talking about all of their upcoming games, and they have quite a few of them here. The president and CEO of Level 5, Akihiro Hino, offered some new details at the Level 5 Vision event. So he said that their goal is to have simultaneous worldwide releases of all of its games, something that they are going to be achieving gradually. So look forward to that. Regarding Fantasy Life, the Girl Who Steals Time, they said that 2 new jobs are going to be included in the game. He didn't say which jobs will be included in the game. He talked about the development of Deca Police, and that's been in the works for about 3 years now. And originally, it was going to be marketed as the next game from the creators of Professor Layton and as a spiritual successor to it. But because there is now a new Professor Layton, which is the New World of Steam, they decided that they're no longer going to be doing that, and it's going to be its own thing. Then he went into the combat of Deca Police, basically saying that it revolves around negotiating with criminals And since the game's not a traditional RPG where you fight monsters, basically negotiating with the criminals is going to be a main part of the game. But if the negotiation fails, then combat will play out as usual, with the criminals being arrested upon winning. Then he talked about Megaton Musashi Wired. He said there's going to be 2 different frame types for the mechs, and that's going to be a new feature of the game. There's going to be the classic Gorilla type and a brand new Slim type, and that was made to accommodate the new crossover mechs that will appear in the game. So there's 5 titles in the making. We have Inazuma 11 Victory Road, Professor Layton in the New World of Steam, Fantasy Life: The Girl Who Steals Time, Megaton Musashi Wired, and Deca Police. And all 5 of them are going to be developed for the Nintendo Switch, but the Inazuma 11 Victory Road will also be on the PS4. So I guess all the other ones are console exclusive to the Switch. I wonder why Inazuma 11 is going to the PS4 and the other ones aren't. Just kind of interesting right there. But I, for one, love a level 5. Cannot wait for them to return to the West, and I'm looking forward to most of all these RPGs. Atelier Ryza is being made into an anime. I personally don't really watch a whole lot of anime, but I don't make these news videos for myself. I make them for y'all, and I know that many of you are really into anime. So Atelier Ryza is a series that I really like now. I've had a long and storied history with the Atelier series that I've talked about on many different occasions. But Ryza in and of itself is so different from a lot of the other Atelier games that I've played that I am really into it. It looks like it's going to be starting with the story of the very first game, because it just talks about how she's from, a quiet village. She's a farmer's daughter. There's nothing really interesting going on. The translation's terrible because they call her Liza, not Ryza. That's fantastic. But other than that, this looks pretty freaking neat. And, the highlight of the anime, of course, is that Lent is in it. Hell yeah! Love me some Lent, gotta say. And also, look forward to a review of Atelier Ryza 3 coming out from me very shortly, because your boy got an advance copy. So, yeah. Look forward to this. I have been known to watch animes based upon video games, so I might watch this. We shall see. It looks like it's coming out sometime this year, at least in Japan. So, that's it for this week's new RPG news. Sorry that it was late. I had a family emergency that I had to go deal with over the weekend with my parents. I had to fly back to Georgia. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you're most excited about. Let me know what you're looking forward to next week. And as always, have a good day.